Hello, everybody. Good morning. You're very welcome to our sign language class this morning. My name is Anthony. And I'm also with an interpreter here this morning as well. Welcome to everyone, but especially if you're joining us for the first time, you're especially welcome. You can see that there are two people on the screen. So I'm your tutor and I'm signing, and the interpreter will translate into English. So it's good to see you again if you're joining us, if you're one of our regulars, really good to have you. Unfortunately, sorry about the technological problem we had last week. We couldn't have our session, unfortunately, so we postponed it to this week. Hopefully you've had a good week. The weather has really changed, hasn't it? It's icy, it's frosty, it's very risky when you're walking and driving, but it looks lovely and pretty to look out on. But it's not so nice if you have to travel any distance, either on foot or by car. So hopefully everyone is well and keeping safe. So I am based in Belfast and we've had a little bit of snow. We had some snow this morning. Usually in the mornings it's frosty and snowy, but by mid-afternoon the snow is usually melted. So when I walk my three children to school, it's always good fun and I can look at the beautiful view outside of the lovely snow. Today's very icy. It's been -3, -4 in Northern Ireland. Hopefully in England, Scotland and Wales, maybe you haven't had it quite so bad, but I'm not sure. So far in our sessions since September, we started in 2023 in September, and I've been teaching anyone who's been joining us the alphabet, greetings, where do you live, things like are you well, what age are you. We've learned some family signs, we've learned weather, we've learned hobbies, and so we've covered quite a lot since September last year. Now, today I thought what we would do is I would teach you some more vocabulary, some important words that will help you to increase your fluency in sign language if you're having a conversation with a deaf person. So hopefully you'll be interested in our vocabulary. So if you meet a deaf person, for example, you might find that your chat's very superficial because you don't have the vocabulary. You might find yourself talking about, oh, I'll talk about the weather, I'll talk about my family. So I want to try and increase your fluency, and learning some more vocabulary will help that, and it will help you in your conversations with a deaf person. So that's what we're going to do today. So I've got lots of words for you, so hopefully you're all ready. If you have any questions, please use the comments box. I'm happy to respond to any questions that you have. So we're going to learn some important words today. So hello and goodbye. Same sign, but obviously with a different lip pattern. So it's hello or goodbye. Thank you. Thank you. And please. So again, same sign as thank you, but you've just got a different lip pattern. So there are some variations for different regions. So if you're from Northern Ireland, please let me know in the chat box and I'll give you the Northern Irish regional sign. But I'm basing this predominantly on most of you who I think are based in England and Wales. Northern Irish signs can be quite different, so I won't do that unless there are any participants from Northern Ireland, but I'm using the most common signs. So again, please, if you're based in England or Wales, it sounds like this. Please. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So that's the sign for nice and to meet you. So this, the two pointer fingers meeting together signify two people meeting each other. So it's nice to meet you. Or some people might want to sign lovely to meet you. So that's lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you. Or nice to meet you. Or you might want to say good to meet you. Good to see you. So that's how we sign see. So it's good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, so I'll repeat all these signs again for you. Thank you. Please. Excuse me. Sorry. Nice to meet you. Or lovely to meet you. Good to see you. Okay, good. So when you are learning vocabulary, it might be a good idea just to write down the words that we've covered, and then you can go over them again if you have a list of words. So usually if I was teaching face to face, I would give a list of the vocabulary that I'm teaching, and then you can refer back to the list as you learn the sign. But obviously you're based all over the UK, so I can't do that. So it's a good idea if you have a pen and paper, just list down the words that I'm teaching you this morning. So I'll give you the signs one more time, and maybe if you have pen and paper there, you can write them down as well at the same time. So we'll cover them just again. First one, thank you. Second one, please. Please. Third one, excuse me. Number 4 was sorry. Number 5, nice to meet you. Number 6, lovely to meet you. Number 7, good to see you. Okay, good. Now, this is the interesting part. I'm going to link some of the signs to facial expressions, head movement, which is all part of the linguistics of a language. So this is yes. Regionally, this sign will differ. So this is a sign for no. Some areas you'll see no signed like this with a negating head. So yes with the nodding head. And you can see that the fist is making a nodding shape. This is the sign, but it's also, if you watch my head is nodding at the same time. So it's the nodding gesture. So I'm making the sign, it's a moving sign, and it's also a sign which needs a little bit of head movement too. So if it's no, then it's a shaking of the head, or if, depending on the region, the sign will be no for that. So it's yes and no. Okay, so it's important to look at the facial expressions and the head movement as well. So the next one is agree. Agree. Disagree. Disagree. So this is affirmation really. You can see that my head nod or my negating head is an affirmation or a negation. So if it's an affirmation, it's a nodding head. If it's a negation, it's a head movement to the side. So that's the affirmation and that's the negation, where my head is shaking to signify no. So this is right, you're right, or you're wrong. You're wrong. You're right, and you're, yeah, right again, or you're wrong. Good, good, bad, bad. So good and bad. Okay, so I'll go over this again. Yes, yes, no. Or, depending on your region, no will be signed like that in some areas. Agree, 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 and disagree. Disagree. Right, you're right, or wrong. Wrong. So if you see a deaf person signing right like this, that's also okay. You'll see that in certain areas, so it might be signed like this. So it can be signed like that, right, or on the palm of the hand, right. Or wrong, or again, the wrong sign might be on the flat of the hand. So you will see a variation of those two signs depending on where you live. And obviously that's a sign for good and bad. Good or bad. So the thumb is a very positive one, isn't it? And the little finger might perhaps signify something negative. So better is signed like this with the two thumbs together, better, and worse, worse. So better and worse. Or brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Again, it's the thumb sign. Or fantastic, this fantastic. Awful, or horrible, or awful is signed with the two little fingers up like that. Awful or horrible. So again, that's the negative. So you can see that some of the signs that are negative are linked to the little finger, and the positive ones are using the thumb. Okay, so remember your thumb and your little finger. So good, bad, right, wrong, better, worse, brilliant or fantastic, horrible or awful, best, best. So better has a movement twice, so you'll do that twice for better. And best is just a one-off movement like that, so it's best, best. You're the best. You are the best. Okay, so you can see how interesting the thumb and the little finger, the uses for that is. Now, I'll move on to something else. Lots to learn today, as I said. So I'm going to teach you some more important words that you might need. So want, want. So your thumb is pressing against your chest and moving downwards for want. Want. And don't want. So it's the same sign, it's just kind of moving a little bit, flicking away from your body. Some people in some areas will sign it much more strongly like that, like I don't want. So again, it depends what region you're in. I don't want. Again, with a shaking head. So I don't want. I want. So that's positive. So the head's nodding. I want. I need. So again, same sign, different lip pattern. Need. Need. Don't need. Don't need. I need. And I don't need. Can. So from the nose. Can. Can. And can't. Can't. So can with a head nod, and can't with a negating head. So you can see the difference. I can or I can't. No, I know. I know. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know. And I don't know. Okay, so I'll repeat that section again for you. Want. Want. Don't want. Need. Need. Don't need. Don't need. Can. Can't. Can. And can't. No. Don't know. It's quite a lot, quite difficult, isn't it? So obviously the signs and the facial expressions must match. So let me just check the comments here. Someone's asking a question. So first of all, say hi to everyone. Hi, Kellyanne. You're welcome. Hello, Irene. You're welcome too. And hi, Lucy. Good to have you. Good morning. And Joan, good to see you as well. Yeah, it's cold and bright with you, same as us here. And Lucy, you're in France. Oh, how lovely. Lucky you. Whereabouts in France are you? Do you want to type in the chat box and make us all very jealous? Yes, Lucy, in answer to your question or your comment, please and thank you are very useful signs to have, definitely when you're working with students. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the comments because I've got to flick onto a different page here to read them. Yes, Lucy, yes, you're right. No and 12 are very similar. Yes. So 12 is the same sign, but no, you'll have the shaking head to differentiate between no and 12. Oh, lucky you in the south of France in Avignon. Oh, how lovely. What a beautiful area. I've actually never been, but I'm sure it's beautiful. So, if you want to know the sign for help, if you want to help someone, it's I help you or can I help you? Do you need any help? So that would be how you would say it in English, but you don't need all those words in sign language. You just want to sign need, need help, or want help. So that's help. Help me. This is called a directional verb. So it's moving in the direction of who you're helping. So if you look at me this time again, if you watch carefully, so if I help you, that's how you would say it in English. I help you. In sign language, all you need to do is show the direction of the verb. I'm helping you. It's moving out from my body towards you. So I'm helping you. If you're helping me, then it's moving the other way. The directional verb moves from the person who's helping to the other person. So if you're helping me or I'm helping you, that's how it works. I help you. I give you. And you give me. I give you. And you give me. Let me give you another example. I teach you. I teach you. And if you're talking about your students, you're teaching them, and or someone's teaching you or teaching me. So the teaching sign moves in the direction of whoever's doing the teaching. It's not always straightforward. This takes a little bit of practice to move the signs in the direction of your body, but hopefully that makes a little bit of more sense to you. You can understand that. No problem. You're welcome, Lucy. Kellyanne, oh, you're excited for your birthday coming soon? Lovely. So tell us when your birthday is. Type into the chat box when your birthday is. Are you going to have a big party? And good morning, Josie. You're very welcome to our session. Nice to meet you. Lovely to have you. And Pamela has just made a comment about the session being frozen. I think is everyone else okay? Can you type in the chat box if anyone else is frozen? I think we're all good, but maybe it's a problem on your side, Pamela. So Kellyanne, 28th of January, that won't be long. You're not interested in parties, not keen on big parties? You maybe just have a nice, quiet, simple birthday. That's the best, isn't it? So yes, Lucy, your connection's okay too. So I think we are all okay. Kellyanne, have a lovely birthday. Enjoy it, whatever you decide to do. Okay, so are you keen to learn some more signs? We'll do some more vocabulary. So let me think about some other important words. There's definitely lots more I could teach you. Okay, let me just check. There's a few more comments coming through here. Sorry, I have to flick screens. Okay, so hopefully everyone can see me. Unfortunately, my laptop camera does not seem to like this platform, so I'm switching between my laptop and my phone. Thank you for your comment there. I think there's something maybe happening on your side, Pamela. So someone's asking for easy, easy, easy. That's a sign for easy. and difficult. So easy and difficult. Easy, and this is learn, learn. So it's your brain absorbing all the information. So you're taking all that information into your brain. That's learning. Interesting, interesting, interesting. And I hope if you're working with students, they're not bored. That's a sign for bored or boring. So I hope you're not boring your students. I hope your students are finding it interesting. Boring and interesting. Interesting. Boring or good fun. Good fun. Good fun. Good fun. And pass. Pass. If you're talking about passing an exam, so pass and fail. So again, these little fingers are quite negative in sign language, so that's failing. Passing, pass. So in Northern Ireland, actually, we sign pass like this. So again, that means good and positive, so the thumbs up. But in England, predominantly use just the flat of the hand for the sign to pass an exam. And fail. Okay, so loads of people are commenting. Give me 2 seconds and I'll have a look at the comments. Yes, you are right. Happy and fun are the same sign. Also, enjoy. That's another one. Enjoy. Fun or enjoy. Again, you've got your facial expression and your lip pattern. There's a lot of English words that are signed in a very similar way, so the lip pattern is going to distinguish between those. So again, fun, happy, and enjoy would all be signed the same way. And joy, there's another one, the same sign, joy. So someone wants to know how to sign, would you take a seat? So again, that's the seat or the chair. So it's looking at them and just signing chair or seat or stand. So these 2 fingers are the legs. So now stand everyone. Now everyone stand or take a seat. I think actually perhaps in England in certain regions you'll see it signed like this, to sit down or take a seat, or that. Either sign is acceptable. Pamela, yes, you are right. Scotland have slightly different variations. Scotland have a little bit of Irish Sign Language influence in there. Mostly British Sign Language, obviously, but there is a little bit of ISL in there. Scotland signs are quite different. And interestingly, Northern Irish signs have a little bit of American Sign Language incorporated, mostly BSL, but a little bit of ISL and ASL as well. A few influences there. So language is very interesting and how it develops. Thank you, Joan, for your comments. So hopefully you've enjoyed learning all this vocabulary. So I'm going to repeat everything that we've done today, and that'll probably be us out of time. So this is the sign for start, start, and finish. Finish. Start and finish. So I'm going to repeat all of the vocabulary that we've learned so far today. So thank you. Please. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Nice to meet you. And lovely to meet you. Good to see you. And yes or no. Yes. And another sign for no. Good and bad. Then we have right and wrong. Better, worse. Better and worse. Best, awful or horrible. Best, awful. Brilliant or fantastic. And then we learned how to sign want and don't want. Want and don't want. Need, don't need. Need and don't need. Know and don't know. I know and I don't know. I can, I can't. Agree and disagree. Allowed, not allowed. So again, allowed and not allowed. Sit or take a chair. Come and sit down. Or sit where the chair is. You can point to the chair and then invite the person to sit. So help, I help you, you help me. I help you, you help me. Or do you need help? Do you need help? I give, you give. I give you, you give me. I teach you, you teach me. Hopefully you'll remember all this different vocabulary. It's quite a lot. So I'm just checking the comments again. Lucy, I'm not quite sure what you mean by your comment. I've seen two signs for the word language. One is like buttering bread, the other like L shapes going away from each other. Maybe if you want to explain that. Oh, Hannah, lovely to have you with us. You're asking about a free course. Have a look in your local area and see if there's anything in your local area that offers any free BSL courses. Usually courses that are free are perhaps only if you are maybe a parent of a deaf child that you may be able to access a course free of charge. The Department of Communities often, or the government often fund certain courses for parents of deaf children to encourage the use of sign language, but for others, I'm not sure. If you don't have any deaf children, then I think perhaps maybe just see if any of your local colleges or in your local area have anything that you can access. So, hopefully, you enjoyed our session today, all these important words. I want to say thank you for joining us, and hopefully, you have a lovely weekend, everyone. Be really careful if you're out on the roads, whether you're walking or driving, just take extra care. Um, have a lovely weekend, rest well. First of all, let me say also thank you to the Royal Voluntary Service for giving me this opportunity to teach sign language to different areas of the UK. Thank you all for your time and interest to want to join the session, and thank you to the interpreter as always. So thanks everyone, have a lovely weekend and see you all soon.